If we summarize the future in one sentence, it would be this: a society where physical AI replaces most human labor may end up looking surprisingly similar to ancient Rome. At first, that idea might sound strange. How could an age of advanced artificial intelligence and robots resemble a civilization from 2,000 years ago? But when we look closely at history, we often see that as technology advances, social structures tend to repeat themselves. The Roman Empire was also one of the most technologically and organizationally advanced civilizations of its time. Roman citizens lived far more comfortably than many people. Imagine today, many free citizens were able to live without performing physical labor themselves. This was possible because the Roman Empire collected taxes and resources from vast territories, while large numbers of slaves carried out most of the productive work. In simple terms, slaves performed the labor, while citizens enjoyed leisure. Because of this system, the daily lives of Roman citizens were quite different from what we might expect. Instead of heading to work in the morning, many people walked toward public squares or bathhouses. There, they talked about politics with friends, debated philosophy, and spent time watching sports competitions and performances. Rome even had a famous expression that described this system: bread and circuses. The state distributed bread to the citizens and organized large spectacles such as gladiator battles and chariot races in enormous arenas. In this way, social stability was maintained. Leisure and culture became central to everyday life instead of labor. Today, however, we are entering a new technological era. It is the era of physical AI artificial intelligence that exists not only in software, but in physical machines. These machines are not just computer programs. They can manufacture goods in factories, move products in warehouses, and perform tasks at construction sites. In other words, a new workforce is emerging, one that can replace much of the physical labor previously done by humans. From a company's perspective, the decision becomes quite simple. Robots can work without rest, make fewer mistakes, and become more efficient over time. Because of this, many forms of routine labor may gradually shift away from human hands and into the hands of machines. This raises an important question. What will people do in such a world? Some individuals will become part of the producer class, those who design, build, and manage robots and AI systems. However, a large portion of society may no longer participate in traditional forms of labor. At this point, we are once again reminded of ancient Rome, a society where production was handled by others, while citizens filled their lives in different ways. People may gain far more free time, and that time will likely be spent on activities such as sports, music, films, games, and travel. In fact, we can already see early signs of this shift. Manufactured goods are becoming cheaper, while experiences like sports events and concerts are becoming increasingly valuable. In the future, industries centered on culture, art, and entertainment may grow even larger than they are today. At the same time, fields that rely on human relationships will continue to matter. Counseling, education, caregiving, and emotional support will still require human presence. These roles are not simply about earning money. They are about creating connections between people. For this reason, the future may not simply be a world where robots replace human work. Instead, it may be a world where the role of being human is redefined. Just as Roman citizens gathered in public forums to debate ideas and enjoy performances, future societies may also find meaning in culture and social connection. Of course, this future will not necessarily be perfect. As people gain more time, new challenges and questions will inevitably emerge. But one thing seems increasingly clear. As physical AI spreads, the nature of human work will change dramatically. In the years ahead, our work may gradually move away from physical labor and toward forms of work that connect people, human-centered roles in relationships, culture, and community.